This is the process shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and this movie reminds me how lonely it is here. Chungking Express is a romantic comedy drama sort of film from Wong Kar-wai, released back in 1994. It explores two loosely connected stories of love in contemporary Hong Kong, following two beat cops and the food stall that they both visit, though the stall itself isn't a primary location. The two have both recently broken up with their respective romantic partners and have fallen into a bit of depression and despondency. Soon enough, though, they find themselves drawn to relatively mysterious women, with the first story featuring a woman involved in criminal activities and ends up in trouble when the smugglers under her care go missing. The second story involves an employee of the food stall who is immediately infatuated with the other cop, going as far as to find out where he lives and rearrange his house, which he comically fails to notice due to his state of mind. The film is, once again, a great example of Wong Kar-wai's stylistic direction, again designed around creating a fluid sense of motion and intimacy with its characters, and again building upon the experience of previous films. The various stylistic choices made fit into the narrative better than before. From choppy and blurry sequences or tight and blurred framing, which convey confusion and unfamiliarity, to slower pacing and a sense of floating within calmer and quieter scenes. And again, framing is kept tight around characters and shows things primarily from their personal points of view, or at least frames everything as such. Color and lighting choices also help to highlight emotional tones of scenes, whether they be bright and sunny during happier scenes, or more neutral and gray during, well, sadder scenes. Simply put, the film is another great example of creating a dreamlike sense of immersion within the film's world, and is something that is better experienced than described. Plus, I'm trying not to be redundant about it. Not sure if it's working, though. Anyways, much like his previous films, Chungking Express is also an example of Wong Kar-wai's focus on cutting into a deeper examination of emotion and personal connection, not to mention the conflicts that occur if and when one person is resistant or ignorant to the actions of another. The film is peppered with a great amount of narrated monologues that brings the viewer closer to the characters than visuals and simple conjecture can do. And it's arguably what allows a rather dense film with two separate stories to both feel complete and developed. Though I do think that more time is given to the second story over the first, and overall there isn't too much to these stories in actual substance, and some scenes are padded out to hide that. Still, both stories feel complete, which says a lot not only to the film's structure and the writing of its characters, but the fact that despite their reduced presence, the characters are still very well-rounded and relatable because of the choice to bring the audience directly into their frame of mind and point of view. That sort of storytelling is really the best way to bring out the most from the otherwise simple plots, and coupled with the visual style, it fully elevates them and makes them something altogether new. Chungking Express, Wong Kar-wai, 1994. 4.5 stars. I definitely recommend giving it a shot. And that's it for the review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Subscribe if you want to see more reviews later on. I still need to figure out what to say in these Wong Kar-wai reviews. I don't want to just say the same thing every time I review one of his films. Also, I guess I'm doing a retrospective of the director. What happened to Hitchcock?